let's get into another brand's pay-per-view that's coming up this weekend. AEW Double or Nothing. AEW continuing this role of Swerve Strickland, being the main event guy, being the guy on AEW. What do you guys think about that in this card? A couple matches on the card. I know Swerve Strickland is facing Christian Cage. What do you guys think about that? Christian's heel work up in this promo work. What do you guys think about that and Swerve?
Amazing.
Yeah, it's been good. I know a lot of people, they crap on AEW for a lot of their storylines and the direction that they go into things, but this is definitely one that they've gotten right. To put Swerve with Christian Cage was the perfect mix for both of them, because you want to get Swerve over as a credible babyface champion. You got to put him with the best heel, and Christian is the best heel in that company. The story that they've told, incorporating Nick Wayne from when Swerve was a heel and they broke into his father's gym and beat him down, putting that into the story. Having Swerve's the Mogul Embassy turn on Swerve and pretty much taking bits and pieces away from him week after week until we get to the title match. So it's been, for once, they've actually had great storytelling with this, and it's not surprising because, like I said, Christian, obviously with the years and years of experience he's had, he's already has the reputation of a great worker. So this is the best character work I honestly think this is his best character work of his career. So this run in AEW as a heel. So it's definitely going to be it's definitely been a very interesting story. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting main event. And I'm thinking that Swerve comes out on top.
Yeah, no, this is Christian. Yeah, him coming to AEW, I wasn't too sure what he was gonna do, and I thought he was either just going to be like a baby face, blah, blah, blah. And then, just him embracing.
We thought Edge and Christian were going to get back together.
Exactly. And it was just like this full blown, like super, like, starting with all the stuff about your dead dads and all this stuff and like the stuff he had for Darby and everything. It was just like, my God, this man is just like, taking the shackles off. I feel like this is some of his best work. I didn't watch a lot of his stuff in TNA, but even when WWE was like the whole Peeps thing, I was never really a big
Christian Coalition.
I was never a huge like guy on Christian, but like in AEW, I'm like, this man, he's doing good. And yeah, like Brian said, with like the Mogul Embassy turning on Swerve, which I didn't see happening at all. Brian Cage and all of them just kind of taking him out and, kind of leaving him lone man on the totem pole. And while he has everybody on his side, going after Swerve, saying they're going to take his title. So it's interesting to see how, obviously, I'm not saying the Swerve's going to lose by any means, but it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead.
Definitely going to be an interesting match. You needed the perfect heel to go up against Swerve early on, right? You needed him to have a new opponent, somebody fresh, and who's the Christian? Obviously, probably outside the Young Bucks, probably the hottest heel in the company, right? So you needed somebody.
Are the Young Bucks hot heels right now, though? Are they?
They're the evil.
Do they really get heat? Do they really get like heat?
They're the evil authority figure, kind of. Sort of. So they're always going to get de facto heel heat. But
this is the first time they're like fully embracing it, though. So
yeah.
Well, so, actually, no, I'm not. That's not true. I feel like they were playing like the whole like, we're top guys and we're heels for a bit. With the Elite with him and Kenny for a while, weren't they?
Yeah.
And now they've kind of gone back to this, but now they're just playing into the whole EVP role thing, and like we can do what we want. We took Tony out. We're firing people now, so it's like now they're just presenting themselves as like top heels, but I don't think anybody's really like, these guys are the top guys in the company right now, or are favoring them, I guess I should say.
I mean, I guess we can get into the anarchy in the arena match. The Elite, Okada, Jack Perry. Jack Perry's introduction into this. How do you guys feel about that? I don't think we talked about that, but now he's with the Elite, apparently. How do you guys feel about that? But they're going to be facing Team AEW, Bryan Danielson, Cash Wheeler, FTR, of course, and Darby Allin. How do you guys feel about Jack Perry
I mean,
being with the Elite?
It makes sense.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, it makes sense. I haven't been a huge fan of it, but it makes sense. I mean, they had to kind of have some damage control after they released the CM Punk footage, and the only thing that you could take from it from a storyline perspective was introduce Jack as the victim, and from the Elite standpoint. So storyline perspective, at least like Lewis said, it makes sense. But honestly, since they took out Tony Khan, I mean, Jack Perry's been like, for the most part, just cutting these promos. Like he was on commentary last week during one of the Elite's matches, and I think like right after, like he drank one of like Ric Flair's sponsored drinks, and then he poured it on Tony Schiavone, which I thought was kind of funny, which I thought was a little kind of funny. But for the most part, I mean, since they took out Tony Khan, they really had Jack Perry has pretty much been, he's just been there in the Elite as far as I know. As far as I can observe, I mean, it hasn't really been
storyline. It makes sense, but it's just like at first I was like, "What the hell? Like, really?" But I mean, it just adds to that heel tactic of this group right now. Okada has been over the top with his heel work since joining them. Like, you're really seeing him be a heel and being an asshole. And against, of course, with the beatdown of Kenny Omega and stuff like that a couple weeks ago. But yeah, these anarchy in the arena matches are just going to be full tilt. You know how it's going to be. I'm concerned for Bryan Danielson in this match as always when you have these hard-hitting matchups and stuff like that. But they always say hardcore matches are usually the safest when you have guys that can work safe and stuff like that. But I'm still worried about him in this type of match just because of his health issues and where he's been in the past and stuff like that. So it's just like, is he going to be able to hold up over this? Let's get into Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné. I have been totally against Mercedes Moné in AEW ever since even rumors of her going there. But I think it has not been the best work of her career so far. But she's going to be making her in-ring debut at Double or Nothing against Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. How do you guys feel about this one? This match coming up.
To kind of, well, I'm not gonna echo your sentiments as far as
echo it, Brian. Echo it.
I'm not gonna really
echo it.
Echo it as far as Mercedes Moné goes. I mean, I was the one that said initially that I was afraid that when she joined AEW that once the ratings came in and such that people were going to start looking at her and Okada and Ospreay and the guys that all the big signings that they had, and pretty much say that, hey, we signed you, that you signed these guys, and hasn't really made it really changed anything. So I was afraid she was going to be added into that, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Since Big Business, where she debuted and pretty much started and ended the show. I mean, week after week, it's been interviews, promos.
She got attacked.
Yeah, she got attacked.
Is she a heel? Is she a heel?
She got attacked. Another promo, another interview, and week after week, the number one critique has been her mic work. Now for me personally. Because we've watched her for years, and we still think of her as Sasha Banks. I can get past her promos. I'm not as critical as other people are of them because of that, but it's not her strength. Her in-ring ability, it was her strength. People caught on to her, granted because of her charisma, but that's in ring. Her strength is what she does in the ring. And the fact that
stop you right there, Brian. You're trying to shoot her some bail, and I understand that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, what he's saying has merit.
That's why it hasn't worked.
Cut so many promos and not wrestle, and people are going to be like, "Yo, what's going on here?"
Whenever I see Mercedes Moné now in AEW, it just reminds me that this is not Sasha Banks from WWE.
All right,
that's
Kevin
all this is doing. That's all. No, but Kevin Nash was right. Her gear is not the best. She looks like a train wreck.
What's honestly the difference? What's the difference between Sasha Banks and Mercedes Moné right now? Only difference I see is the theme music. Other than that, it's the same. That's all. It's the same character. It is the same character.
Yes, she's doing like
the theme music and the CEO.
Sasha Banks.
It's the same.
Sasha Banks. Let me speak for Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks' promo work in WWE was better. Her presentation was better. Let's just get the two things that she can be graded on so far in this whole thing has been her promo work and appearance. In WWE, it was better. That's just a flat out fact. That is facts.
Yeah, but we've also acknowledged that WWE has the best production team and the as far as behind the scenes, the best of the best. So they can accept.
This is not doing her any favors in AEW right now.
Exactly. Yeah,
but
it's looking bad.
But this is my thing with her gear. I feel like she has total control over that because even when it came to like the hair blue flame crap, she did that when she was in New Japan, and she was already presenting all these new looks while she was over there in New Japan. And I feel like she's still just bringing that same stuff. So as far as like the presentation's back, she's doing it herself. So it's like
just give me back Sasha Banks. That's all I'm waiting for. That's all I'm waiting for.
Dan sounds like an old man that doesn't like change.
With this whole AEW run, all I'm thinking is just bring back Sasha Banks.
But this is the thing, and this is where I'm saying this is the mistake. We're calling it a run. She has yet to wrestle, and I think this was the big mistake that they had. This is where I'm critical. Is like you can't bring people in, especially somebody as huge as her, and not have her wrestle. Why are you waiting 2-3 months bringing her in? Now the first thing she gets is a title shot against someone who just won this title. That's why I'm like, I don't like this match.
Leading up to this, they should have had her main event an episode of Dynamite going one-on-one with like a Thunder Rosa or Chris Statlander or like an established like top women's talent and have her main event the show with her before we even got to this pay-per-view match.
It probably would have negated all this perception where they're like, oh, she's bad, she's this, she's that. It's like,
is she a heel? Is she a heel?
Yeah, as of last week, officially
against Willow, she is.
Before last week, nobody knew. Before last week,
so
she's definitely the heel against Willow. Willow's too baby face.
No. In wrestling, we have heels and faces. Is she a heel?
Yes.
She got attacked in a backstage segment no less than a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And she came out and saved Willow.
Okay. Since when can heels? Okay. So since when can heels not get attacked in a backstage segment? Since when? How many times has Samoa Joe been attacked?
How many times do heels save the champion, the babyface champion?
Samoa Joe did. MJF.
Samoa Joe is Samoa Joe.
You still a heel.
Yeah, but we also learned that Samoa Joe was working with the devil, so that's why he was doing all that shit.
It's still a heel. The went and saved the champ.
I'm just gonna save you guys. I'm just gonna save you guys the embarrassment here.
No.
AEW's handling of Mercedes Moné has been trash. Her gear has been trash. Her promos have been trash. AEW's booking of her has been trash. That is consistent. That is the only consistent thing that they have done with her is be trash. Can we agree with that?
My thing is the mistake is just not having her wrestle.
Okay, yeah. All right, the majority of it has been lackluster. But if she had, like I said, if she had just wrestled at least like once, like maybe before, like if she had just wrestled at least once and made it once,
they haven't done it. They haven't done it. And now they're setting her up for even more failure because if she goes into AEW Double or Nothing and that ring work is rusty and looks bad, then what?
I mean,
we're agreeing with what you're saying, Daniel. But
trash. That's all. I just want you guys to say that is trash. That's all. That's all I want you guys to say.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I feel like the perception of all this would be different if she would have had matches leading up to this pay-per-view.
The perception would have been better if her gear was better.
The gear is not a factor. The gear is not a factor.
Outside of that big business,
because the gear is not what she's wrestling. It's just stuff that she's coming out to. How are you going to judge somebody just because you don't like their entrance gear coming out to the way they cut a promo?
The thing that Sasha Banks always had was presentation. The boss. And now you're a CEO. Now you're a CEO and you're dressing worse. I guess it.
What's worse about her stuff?
I'm just saying. I'm not liking it.
What's worse about it?
Swag. That is what beyond. That's what.
No,
that is what.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you.
I'm disagreeing with you.
Not her outfit.
You're only adding the gear stuff. You're only adding the gear stuff because of what everybody else has been saying that all the gear is trash. Literally, that's why I said what Kevin Nash said is literally everything that he just said.
I'm just telling the truth.
No,
go back and watch Sasha Banks in NXT when she was the boss. Go back and watch NXT. Go back and watch when she was on the main roster. Her presentation.
What was so amazing about her gear? It was she would wear freaking the shade the Kanye.
I'm not
West
talking
glasses.
about that. I'm talking about
NXT. You just said NXT.
Talk about outfits, right?
Out.
Point out an amazing outfit that you remember stood out so much.
I know that she looked better. I know that.
What? What was so great about it?
All right, guys. All right, Lewis.
The hand things that says Sasha Banks on the fingers.
She had a different swag, man. That's all I'm saying.
You're also comparing. How many years was she in WWE compared
greatness?
To a few months?
I'm comparing greatness to trash. Yes.
No. They overgeneralizing.
Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
Oh yeah, and Mercedes is gonna win, unfortunately, for Willow.
Yeah.
Just bring back Sasha Banks. That's all I want. Bring back Sasha Banks.
Dan has become the old man that can't handle change.
That's all I've ever wanted. Just bring back Sasha Banks.
I mean, it'll happen. Just when this contract is done with this.
Years from now, if she makes it.
We have John Moxley versus
Takeshita.
Is that who he's facing?
That should be a banger.
For the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Eliminator match? Is that what this is?
Yeah, it's an eliminator match. Yeah, it's a number one contender match. I think Moxley has another title defense in New Japan. So
I thought he was the champion. He's the champion, right?
Yeah, Mox is the champion, but I think he has an upcoming title defense in New Japan. So they're making this eliminator match to say whether Mox is champ or not, Takeshita will be the number one contender if he beats him.
I'm just gonna say this: AEW confuses the shit out of me. They have too many belts. They have too many belts coming in, defended on their brand. Like I don't know. This is new to me, folks. I know this is indie stuff where guys come in different territories and do stuff, but I'm like crazy. I know Forbidden Door is, I think, the next month pay-per-view.
No, I know it's confusing. I mean, that's why I'm still one of the very few people that still watch Collision because I gotta stay on top of it.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
When you watch from Wednesday to Wednesday, some shit will happen on Saturday that affects Wednesday, and you're like, what happened on Saturday?
I can't keep up. I can barely watch Dynamite.
I can't even keep up with NXT.
You're missing out too. Because NXT, I actually look forward to watching NXT.
I need to get back on that. I haven't.
I don't even know who. I don't know who the women are on NXT. I don't know. What happened to the challengers.
It's pretty good.
I don't know what happened to the challengers for Trick Williams. I don't know who it is. I don't know. Is it Gallus? Is it Nomar Dar? Like I don't know what's going on. Is Sexy Red coming to NXT? I don't know what's going on in NXT. I don't know what's going on.
I am happy that Wes Lee's back though.
Yeah. Yes, he did come back.
and just to say about about Sexy Red, good. Thank God it's NXT and not Raw or SmackDown. That's all I'm saying.
She actually went to NXT.
No, she's going to NXT next week.
What?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
I don't. Is that confirmed? Because I saw it, but I'm like, I didn't.
No, it's confirmed. No, it's confirmed.
Right? Okay.
I watched NXT. It's
confirmed. Is it for their pay-per-view, that Battleground or whatever Las Vegas?
I think it's just for the. I probably is. They probably are going to reveal who Trick's next challenger is, but it definitely involves Trick because she tweeted out something in the middle of their story. So it's gonna whenever she's doing, it's gonna involve Trick Williams in the title.
Wow, oh my god! Of all people, why Sexy Red?
Well, like I said, just be glad it's at NXT and not on the main roster because NXT will treat it with what it needs to be treated with. If she goes on the main roster,
I thought originally she was going to be at WrestleMania with Jey Uso with the whole Yeet thing, whatever that whole thing was. I thought she was going to like come out with him or something like that. That's what originally I thought. But whatever happened, she's going to be on NXT. I couldn't believe. I saw it posted. I'm like, are you kidding me? Is this real? And then Brian just confirmed it. So yeah, it is real. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I gotta try to catch up at some point, like a recap or something. But Jon Moxley versus Takeshita in an eliminator match, I guess. Who do you get? I mean, that matchup seems good. We know Takeshita has been building himself up. I don't know what Jon Moxley's doing. He's in what's that GCW 1 week. He's the world tour man, I guess.
The beauty of AEW contracts. You can take as many indie bookings as you want and do what you want on the side. But yeah, he's been in New Japan. He's been in New Japan for the last couple of months.
I mean, and what's up with New Japan? He's the champion now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to New Japan? What happened?
New Japan's always kind of been that way in the recent years, where a lot of
they've had American people win, but they were in New Japan. Like they were in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like they were usually a part of that show, like that ilk. And I know Jon Moxley's been the North American champion, but
but New Japan has changed over the years. I mean, they now coming to the U.S. now and doing shows like in Chicago with they're gonna go to Jack
that's where he won
the
title.
Stuff. So and they're doing shows in California. So they've opened up now so that like American wrestlers can go over there and compete and win titles. The only thing that's funny about it is that what's the point of Forbidden Door if you already got these AEW guys already going over there and doing matches? Then what's the point of Forbidden Door? Because everybody's already going over there and trading talent. So that's the only funny thing about it. But
I don't know. I don't know. Let's continue on. We got Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black in a barbed wire steel cage match, bringing all the way back to No Way Out 2004. With JBL and Big Show.
Adam Copeland is just trying to do the most dangerous matches he can this run.
It's funny because I was listening to Keeping It 100 with Conan and listening to Conan and Disco show, and they mentioned the exact same thing that you just said, Lewis, or what Disco did when he was talking about Adam Copeland, because it's like ever since he's been back, he's been in these no DQ matches and all these physical matches. And it's like damn, is he trying to like do like every dangerous match left in his career, or how much money is Tony Khan paying him? Is he voluntarily doing this? Or that's what this was saying. But
I think this is I don't know if this was like the extreme shit that he wanted to do in WWE. But I think he has free realm to do whatever he wants in AEW.
He should
match wise.
Because think of that. What match? What was the match? What was the backstage fight that he had with Randy? That was a big match like that where they went.
Best wrestling match ever.
I thought it was a good match.
I mean, the backstage match was the WrestleMania.
That was WrestleMania.
That was the WrestleMania match, and then they had the
best wrestling match ever at Backlash, which was too long.
Was that one?
Yeah.
I don't know why I specifically remember some part where they're like on top of cars or trucks or something like that.
That was WrestleMania.
Oh, wow. Was that during the COVID thing?
Yep, that was COVID.
Yep. Oh, that
was COVID mania. Yeah, but talking about this match, so did you guys watch Dynamite tonight at all?
No,
I just saw a thing that he did the Brood blood to Malachi Black.
To Malachi, yeah, that's what I was about to say. So Malachi had a match against Kyle O'Reilly, won the match. Then red lights started flickering in the ring, and then next thing you know, supposed blood came dripping down from the ceiling and covered Malachi Black. And then they showed a video of Adam Copeland up on the screen, pretty much saying that this Sunday I'm gonna kick your ass and wearing a suit, looking like how he looked when he was initially with Judgment Day, when he initially started Judgment Day. So I know some people online were very nitpicky about it. I mean, it's pretty much was straightforward. The vision that they were going for. Some people were saying that didn't look like blood, that looked like Jello, and I'm like, yo, you know what they were going for, so stop being overly critical of it. Like, damn, you know exactly what the vision they were going for is. So if the blood doesn't look like legit blood, who gives a fuck? We know what they were trying to do.
Well, he's not trying to live off the legendary of Metalingus. He's not trying to do that. He's actually trying to build himself in AEW. So that match is going to be great because it seems like Adam Copeland's going to be going crazy in his last couple matches in AEW or whatever the case may be. We also have Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb. I always remember Serena Deeb from the Straight Edge Society when she actually got in trouble for drinking outside of the Straight Edge Society. And got fired.
That was her?
Yeah, no, that was her. And I remember, I think she did either she did an interview with Chris Van Fleet or on another one of these podcasts when like she was talking about like how she was during that time, how she was overweight, overweight and drinking, and all the problems that she was dealing with. See how she is now. It's like, yeah, it's a good listen. It's a good story for see how she got to where she is now to go from Straight Edge Society to this.
Because I thought she was good. I thought she was good, and then randomly she was fired, and I was like, that's crazy.
She was. I mean, why did she get fired initially from WWE? Because she went against the Straight Edge gimmick, and she actually got caught in the bar like drinking and stuff.
Yeah. Literally, that's why she got fired.
Going against the gimmick. Yeah, but
in like 2011.
I mean,
crazy.
Yeah,
you actually drink? How dare you?
Exactly. That probably was a CM Punk call. Probably like he was just like, because obviously he takes his shit seriously. So if you're gonna be drinking, I mean, you're fucking up my gimmick. Yeah, no, you gotta go. But as far as this match goes with Toni Storm and Serena Deeb, I mean, the only fascinating storytelling that they've told is the fact that on Collision, they stole Serena Deeb's like flag.
Yeah.
And then Toni Storm got naked and wrapped herself in the flag and then started skipping to the ring. And then Serena Deeb chased her and then she ran with the flag. That's literally been the only story.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. I saw that she had the flag and wrapped herself. Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, yeah, that's literally been the story of the match. Other than that, it's pretty much just Serena Deeb saying, because Serena Deeb was hurt for a little bit, so she was out. Pretty much her saying that now I'm back, and now that I'm back, I'm going to win the title. So there hasn't really been much to it. Honestly, looks like just another Toni Storm victory.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. We also have Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay for the.
That's the match I want. That's the match I'm looking forward to the most. That is the match I'm most interested in the most, because that's gonna, not only is it gonna be a banger, but because Roderick Strong has a reputation of working stiff.
He's gonna be put to the test. He's gonna be put to the test against Will Ospreay.
Against Ospreay, it's gonna be a great match though. I mean, Ospreay's
It's gonna definitely be contrasting styles, right? Because Roderick Strong works a little bit more stiffer, slower style. Will Ospreay's kind of a strong style, but all over the place. So it's definitely gonna be an interesting match.
He's already had.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. There's a couple good matches on here that I'm looking at, and like, this is gonna be one. This is gonna be one of them. That's the one thing that you guys always tell me. AEW is going to be good for their matchmaking.
Exactly.
The booking might not be the greatest, Mercedes Moné, but the matches will be good.
Exactly. That's the one thing you can get.
The matches will be good. That's the one thing we're going to say. The matches will be good. So AEW taking place on Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. So that's going to be good. Heading into the weekend and stuff like that. AEW continue to be on a roll. Hopefully they can continue this strong booking of Swerve Strickland. We'll see what happens with the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring following up on that, and of course the Raw afterwards. Seeing who the King and Queen of the Ring is, and just continuing on this road of wrestling here that continues to go on and on and on. And there's just so much wrestling, as we were saying with NXT, AEW. I'm like, It's crazy, man.
I know it's a lot. It is on a weekly basis. Yeah, it's a lot to keep. It's a
like
lot.
I literally try to go to YouTube and catch like the clips of certain stuff that if I missed it, and I'm just like, like what's going on, man? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. But yeah, we'll continue on this road of wrestling, man, and continue, guys. We'll see who's right with our picks.
So you guys watching Ring of Honor tomorrow?
Oh my god!
Only for Athena.
Is there a pay-per-view?
For Ring of Honor? Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm just gonna say this: Athena, just come back to WWE.
Please.
Just come back. Sasha Banks, Ember Moon. You're in the wrong company. You're in the wrong company.
Oh, man.
That is my beacon message to those two ladies. You're in the wrong company. But until next time, guys, thank you guys for joining me. We'll see what happens after King and Queen of the Ring and Double or Nothing. We'll revisit it next week. And until then, keep it tight.
1, 2